Meow, 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 meow. One day, future historians are going to look back at this and wonder why I start all my live streams meowing. Meow. Hey everyone, there we go. Starting to get people coming in now. How's everyone doing today? Everyone came in just on a burst there. Good afternoon, PDX sir. How are you doing? Meow. Keep an eye out, see if Nibble makes her appearance here. She usually does when she starts hearing the live stream begin. Come on, buddy. You gonna come up here and visit? You know they'd like to see you. How are the cats during the storm? The cats, I don't think the storm phased them at all. You know, they've seen a few of these. They've actually seen real lightning and thunderstorms. You know, where you have cloud to ground lightning. That's the one that makes all the noise. There was a little bit of rumbling, but it was barely noticeable. You hear it a little bit in the video. Yeah, Diane, I'm thinking of maybe doing a series of Christmas cooking vlogs. So, you know, who knows? Stay tuned for that. I want to try making like cookies and stuff like that. Christmas cookies and decorated and all that, because, you know, that was something my mom always did. And now that I'm not going to be at her house, you know, we'll have to figure this out. Hi, Isaac in Seattle. How are you? Howdy, Frank. I'm doing good today. How was the smoked turkey? Smoked turkey was good. I was really surprised how moist and tender it was. It really turned out well. Still eating leftovers though, so I'm starting to get a little sick of it. But you know, what I ended up with is like two plastic containers filled with meat about that size, and then I had another plastic container that I put the drumsticks and the wings on, and so I can just kind of munch on those. I've already eaten one of the drumsticks and been through one of the plastic containers already. And that was last week, and we're on a weekend again, so. And a lot of people don't know this, but I actually shot that video and prepared the turkey on Tuesday. So I actually had 3 days of leftovers before I went back to work. Would I consider doing a vlog on Audie Murphy? I don't know enough about Audie Murphy to really do that. You know, it's like Jordan. You know, you can give all the suggestions you want on vlog topics, but at the end of the day, it's got to be, you know, something he's interested in. Because if it's not something he's interested in, you know, he's not going to do it justice. That's just the way it is. I don't know enough about it to I don't know enough about him to you know, doing anything meaningful for him. Turkey soup, you know, maybe. I don't know. The only concern I'd have with that is the flavoring I put on the turkey itself might change the way the meat works. Same with turkey chili. It's going to just be probably turkey and maybe turkey sandwiches for a while. Yeah, shame on me, I guess so. Pool cover's doing all right. Yeah, it seems it's holding up. I got to get out there and figure out how I'm going to get the water off of it. It rained again yesterday. We got about an inch of rain, so I'm going to have to figure that out at some point. But well, fortunately, I do love turkey, so I don't think it'll get old. I'll be eating it for dinner tonight, probably for dinner tomorrow night, probably for dinner the night after that. I've even been known to have it for breakfast. So, what's the email address for escaping the mouse? It's literally that, escapingthemouse@gmail.com. Ham's good too. Yeah, ham will, and ham, you can do all sorts of things with that. If I had leftover ham, I'd put that like in some of my split pea soup or something. That'd be really good. I see Nibble walking through there, going into the kitchen, which means she'll probably come out over here in a minute. How's the weather? Weather's pretty nice here today. It's actually, like I said, it rained yesterday, and so it's a little cooler today. I think they're predicting the mid 50s for the high, and then it's going to dip into the 40s. So we're starting to definitely get into winter type weather. Definitely the summer's over. The ham you made is easy. It was delicious. Brown sugar, honey, and pineapple. It's like crack, huh? I'll take your word for that. I don't have any experience with that. What is crack? Crack is a concentrated form of cocaine. You smoke it, and people get really twisted on it. It ruins lives. I'm not implying that Angela's ham is going to ruin lives, but I think she's implying that it's addictive. But that's one of the things with crack. Crack cocaine is highly addictive, and it destroys a lot of lives. Get ham and potatoes for Thanksgiving. No turkey, huh? Like I said, this was the first time I'd ever tried turkey, so I was a little concerned for how it was all going to work out. But like I said, it came out pretty good. I was surprised how good it was. The meat was really tender and juicy. It was very good. Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, I used a few pellets on that one definitely because that was an 8 hour cook to get the time that to get the internal temperature we needed to. But we went into that knowing that what that was going to be, and it was like and they told me it was going to be what an hour or a half hour for every an hour for every 2 pounds or something like that. And so I had like a 15-pound turkey, so I knew at the beginning it was going to be about 8 hours, and that's what it was. Dan said hi. You got anything to say to him? You're not a very good host. Not going to last long like that. Not talking to your fans. It's just not cool, man. Not cool. I didn't really start the movement to leave California for Texas. That had been in place, or that had been going on for years before I left. One of my neighbors in California left California for Texas a year before I did. Yeah, generally when they're referring to crack, they're referring to crack cocaine, unless they say, like you said, crack chicken or crack candy or something like that. Although, that could, I don't know, it could imply that, the same, it could be making the same implication that Angela was about, that her ham was like crack because of how addictive it was, she says. But whatever. Let me get this video demonetized with all the drug talk here. I didn't do stuffing on this one. I'm not a huge stuffing fan. I like it; it's okay, but it added an extra level of complication that I didn't want to try the first time on a turkey. So maybe next time. Yeah, I didn't use a whole lot of the. You recall in the video, I filled the hopper up with every last bit of pellet I had, and it did go down a bit, but it didn't go down a whole bunch. It probably went down by a third. So yeah, that's 17 hours. That's probably accurate. And I was running a little bit more than 180. I was running, what was it, two and a quarter, I think is what it was. You the straight man? Huh? I guess so. You're the Fred Gwynn to my Al Lewis, huh? Yeah, I try and take good care of them. They're good guys. I wish Nibble was as affectionate as this guy is, but that's always kind of been my experience with female cats is that they aren't generally as affectionate as the male cats. I don't know. Maybe that's just been my experience, but yeah, my mom used to always do the stuffing too because my father loves stuffing. And when I was young, I wasn't a fan really of stuffing at all, and I got a little bit more into it as I got older, but it's still not that important of a thing. I think I got the important things. There's actually a fourth component that we didn't get this year, and that's my mom's green bean casserole. It's always been kind of a traditional thing. It's the turkey, it's the stuffing, it's the cranberry jello thing, it's the mashed potatoes and gravy, and it's the green bean casserole. And that's usually our traditional Thanksgiving meal. I don't know. Maybe we'll do the green bean casserole next year. Definitely could do it for maybe Christmas too. Who knows? I think I want to do some kind of Christmas themed cooking vlogs as we go. So I might make cookies or something. Is Nibble hiding? Yeah, she was. I saw her a minute ago walk through. She was out here, but I don't know where she is at the moment. Might have gone back to her room. Where's your sister? Huh? Where's your sister? Love it when my virus software just says that since you're not doing anything right now, we're going to do a background screen. It's like, well, I am doing something. I'm kind of doing a live stream. Maybe you didn't notice. I think they know. I think they think that nothing's happening. If I'm not actively inputting anything, although I am sort of actively inputting something, I'm inputting video. Whatever. Any rainwater buildup in the yard? No, it hasn't really. That storm that I showed you that was on the video last night, that was That was actually Tuesday night here, and it was, we got a half-inch rain out of it. It was only really raining for about 30 minutes, and so not really a lot of time to build up. And then we had another storm that kind of blew through here yesterday, and that was just kind of a light storm. We had about an inch of rain, but it was kind of spread out over the whole day. So, not any real problem. My yard is kind of sloped a little bit, so water tends to run out towards the street. That's actually one of the good things about where I am is I shouldn't really have a lot of problem with water building up. It should all kind of run away from my house, and that's a good thing. I should try jalapeno cornbread. That does sound good. You made the cranberry jello. That's cool. Yeah, that is really good. You talk about something that's like crack. Oh, here we go again. More drug talk. I'm going to get this one demonetized. I know. And a couple of you like the green bean casserole. That's cool. Yeah, this is a because what is it? It's I don't even know what it is. It's green beans and there's like potato chips on top of it and I don't know, some sort of a sauce that it's in. It's really good. That's another one I'll have to get from my mom. I'm starting to collect some of these classic recipes. I got the lasagna from her a few years ago. Got the cranberry jello recipe just about a week ago. So yeah, jalapenos have that same effect on me too, Angela. Just the smell of them, starts my mouth watering. Come on, Brett, crack is kind of cool. I'll take your word for that. Not for me. Hello, Oren from Lake Jackson. Michael J. Fox has a book out, huh? Okay. I was thinking it sounded like it might be like cream of mushroom soup or something in there. I don't know about the French fried onions, milk, Worcestershire, salt, and pepper, but it could be. Yeah, yeah. I got in a bad habit a couple months ago, Angela. We were doing. Somebody at work had a baby, and so I got assigned to bring in jalapenos for. We were gonna have like a potluck kind of lunch thing. And it was gonna be like a burrito bar kind of thing, taco bar kind of thing. It was do it yourself, and I was in charge of the jalapenos, and so I brought in both canned jalapenos, sliced jalapenos, and then whole jalapenos and when I brought those home, I started eating them here, and it's like, and now I'm addicted to them. I have those. I have like just a jalapeno, peppered jalapeno every night. I love them. They are good. Do I still have the ring, and don't get the wrong wording on that, but yes, I do still have that. I kept track of it. He's throughout the years, just given me kind of collectible things. So yeah, that probably could have been on the video. How many days off did I get? You mean last week? If you're talking last week, it was my normal 4 day weekend, plus we got Thanksgiving Day off. So I actually got 5 days off last week, and then it was a 2-day work week this week, so that was kind of nice. Then we're going to be doing something again on Christmas and New Year's because I get both Christmas Eve and Christmas Day and New Year's Eve and New Year's Day off. So prime rib, that sounds good for Christmas too. The houses in Waco have lightning rods. I haven't seen any. But then again, most of the lightning that we get here is sheet lightning, and so that's harmless. That's just happening up in the sky. All of that lightning you saw in that video I posted the other day, um, that was all sheet lightning. Oh, there she is. She's made her appearance. Let's see if we can coax her out here a little bit. We coaxed him here. He's so gullible. So gullible. Gotta make sure you get it to her, or Bite will go steal it. Come on, there's one for you, Bite. He's too nervous to come get it. Come on, Nibble. You want another one? You gotta work for it. You gotta perform. Gotta perform for your kitty treats. No, not you. You mooch. You mooch. I guess that's all the performing we're gonna get from her today. Come on, Bite. No? Okay. That one's for Nibble too then. You can have that one. Almost pop Bite in the head with that one. Guess that's all we're gonna get from them today. All right, back to the meat. What do we got here? Yeah, they're silly cats. You're right. And they're just both sitting over there now, hoping that I'm going to keep dishing the treats. And now Nibble's going walking back to her room. And that's how she is. She's only interested in what she can get. And that's my Nibble. And Bite's kind of wandering around, sniffing the floor to see if Nibble missed something. Yeah, well, she's going to do that. And she's just as big and fat and chunky as Bite is. She's not going to skip any food. Okay, well, if they come back, they come back. If not, it's just you and me. Do you ever have to fix a squeaky upstairs floor when you had a second story? Yes. Yes, I had a problem. There was like an office nook on the upstairs. It's kind of in the common area between the back bedrooms. And I had that problem at one point. And what I actually ended up doing about it is I drove some screws into it. I don't know if I told you this story before, but there was one time I was one of the things I had in the house upstairs in California was that, like I said, there was that little office nook, and there wasn't really good lighting in there. There was like one light or two lights in the area, and they were kind of behind you. And so what I wanted to do is install a couple of more what they call cam lights. They're like just flush mount lights. In fact, I got one in the house here. Let's see if I can get you to see it. It's this one right here. where, it's just a little hole and then a light through it. They call it a can light, but sometimes they call it recessed lighting and stuff like that. But I was trying to install a couple of those in my house in California, and I was up in the attic doing it one day, and I accidentally put my knee on the PVC pipe for the fire sprinklers. And they use really cheap pipe. Usually I work with Schedule 40 pipe, which the pipe is like, quarter-inch thick. But when they had it up in the attic, they just used what they call Schedule 80 pipe, which is like really, really, really thin. It's like a 16th of an inch thick. And I ended up putting my knee on it, and I crunched the pipe. And all of a sudden, the fire sprinkler, all the water for the fire sprinkler started pouring out of the ceiling. And it took me about 5 minutes to get the water off, because the only way you can turn off the water for the fire sprinklers is at the main. And I had like one of those keys that you put in and crank the water main to turn it off, but it had never been turned off in the probably about 15 years that I'd been in that house. And so it was just kind of corroded open. And it took me about 5 minutes before I got it off. And I basically had a little bit more than a garden hose running in my ceiling upstairs in the house for about 5 minutes. I flooded the whole upstairs. I actually had water seeping into the floor on the second floor and dripping through the ceiling on the first floor. So there was actually damage there too. But I ended up having to pull the whole carpet out for that. And in fact, I think I told that story on my dad's eulogy. For those of you who saw that, or kind of told you a story, a part of that. We ended up having to pull the carpet out up there. And when that happened, I'd always been frustrated with the creaking sound when I walked over that. So I said, okay, well, this is the perfect time. Let's deal with that. And what causes it? You usually have 2 layers of plywood that are nailed together. Well, nails don't grip onto the wood real well. So as the wood flexes, the nails tend to flex a little bit, and they pull in and out of the holes. And so over time, the nails will actually walk out of the holes. Well, I corrected the problem just by driving some screws into the wood. And that solved the problem. It never was a problem. That was a good question, though. I noticed somebody else said that was a good question. No, the cats just get kibble. Occasionally, if I make a tuna sandwich or tuna casserole or something like that, they'll get a little fresh tuna. But other than that, it's just the dry kibble. I mix it up from time to time, though, so they get some variety. I bought something new for the first time a couple days ago, and they're enjoying that. I think they like a little variety, but it's always just been dry kibble for them. Oh, V&A made the cranberry jello thing too. Yeah, it's awesome. I love that. Yeah, well, the problem sometimes with putting another nail where the creak is then eventually that nail will start walking out and creaking too. So, like I said, I like wood screws, and I drove those in, and they'll never walk their way out, and they'll hold tight, and it did for the rest of the time I was in that house. So, yeah, it is. It was a mess. It's funny too. I had to actually repaint the ceiling downstairs because the paint I used was very acrylic, and so what ended up happening, my dad noticed it first, was that the paint started peeling away, and there was this big bubble hanging down from the ceiling where the paint had gotten through the drywall and basically was between the drywall and the paint, and then started pulling the paint off the wall. I ended up having to poke a hole in the paint, let all the water drop out, wait for that to stop, and then we peeled it all off and cleaned it all up and painted over it. Fortunately, I was able to do everything. That was when we pulled the carpet out of the upstairs area and replaced it with hardwood. I like that better anyway. That's one of the things I like about this place is that there's almost no carpet in the house at all. It's all this nice wood laminate here. It's not really wood, but it's a laminate. It's easier to clean up. It doesn't get as dirty, and if it does get dirty, if you can clean it up really easy. That's one of the things I really like too. If you drip some paint on when I've been painting here, if I accidentally got some paint on the ground, no problem. Just get a sponge, wipe it up, and you're done. You know, you have carpet, you're screwed if that happens. Have I ever been to West to the Czech restaurants? No, I have not. But spoiler alert, I'm looking at something that I might be doing in West maybe as early as tonight. So there may be a vlog from West Texas. And it's funny, I was looking at it because when people think West Texas, they think the west side of Texas. But in this case, it's a city called West in Texas. And when you look at their website, they call it West, comma, Texas. Jordan had over 1,100 people. That's insane. Yeah, I think the best I ever had was like 140 or 150. I don't have a problem with carpet except for the fact that it's a little harder to clean. You know, there were some stains in one of the guest bedrooms in the house in California in the carpet that even I couldn't even professionals came in, they couldn't fix it. They couldn't get rid of them. They would look like when they'd finish up that they got it, and then when it dried, the stain would be back again. So I don't know. Carpet is definitely warmer, but does it cause a bad echo in the house without the carpet? No, not really. This place echoed more before I got any furniture in it. But as soon as you get the sofa and the chair and all the stuff and all the non-parallel surfaces now that and from things that are on the wall, yeah, the echo isn't too bad. You hear the echo if you listen to the beginning of I think it may have been, I don't know if it was yesterday's video or maybe even the video that goes live tonight, but it started out in the cat room and there was a lot of echo in there because there is no furniture in there. It's all solid surfaces. But other than that, everywhere else in the house, there's not really a problem with echo. Yeah, at least that's true. I can see your comments. That's true. Yeah, 1,100 people has got to be overwhelming. There's 50 here. So that also means kind of everybody gets a chance. It's likely, if you're one of 1,100 people that, Jordan's not didn't even see the comment or won't get a chance to respond to it. So in this case, I at least see every comment. I sometimes gotta, they come too fast and I gotta scroll back and see what it was. But did the storm do any damage in my area? No, not really. Not that I saw. Like I said, it was on again, off again. I actually saw somebody commented on the video that said that they used to live in Waco and actually had a tornado come through and said suck their parents out of the house and knock over some trees. So I mean, didn't suck them out of the house and up into the tornado, but I don't think the parents were hurt. But yeah, bare floors are good for people who don't have allergies too. But that isn't an issue really for me. I mean, I have a little congestion in the morning. That's always been a thing. I got that from my dad. But if I had that serious allergies, I wouldn't be able to have this guy in my life. Yeah, I've thought about like some throw rugs or something like that. That's a possibility. Yeah, that was a nice storm. It wasn't a really hard storm. It just kind of, it prevented me from going for my nightly walk last night. I tried to go out figuring, well, it isn't raining that hard. I'll just go out and, wear a jacket. I'll be fine. Well, I got out and got about 100 yards out and said, yeah, no, we got to abbreviate this. This is too much. It was too much to walk in. I probably could have come back and gotten an umbrella or something, but that's okay. The rain's over. It's nice and overcast today. And we're only supposed to get into the mid 50s. So I'll go out for a walk tonight. That'll be nice. Yeah, Bite wants to open the jar. Count on it. If you only had thumbs, right? That's what you're thinking. I only had thumbs. If I think I'd ever do tornado chasing, it'd be fun, but I'd want to go. If I were going to do it, I'd have to go out with a professional. But can you imagine how cool those vlogs would be? Storm chasers, man. Yeah, I don't know. It's funny because I used to watch like the storm chaser video TV shows. I don't watch a lot of TV anymore, but I love those. Those were fun. And I was thinking there was also a another reality show. It used to be called How and How Tech. It was about these two twin brothers that made like this these like armored vehicles kind of thing. And I was thinking, those two shows ought to get together. They ought to have those How and How Tech guys build a tornado chasing vehicle for those guys because there's all sorts of things that they could do to make a vehicle tornado proof. Literally to the point where you could drive it right in front of a tornado and have the tornado go right over you. Because you imagine like a vehicle that was kind of pyramid shaped, so that it kind of so you don't have a solid surface for the tornado, something that could lower down to the ground and maybe connect, attach to the ground so that it would anchor itself, or just be heavy enough so a tornado couldn't do anything with it, and then be strong enough to hold up an F5 tornado. Can you imagine the footage they get from that? That would be awesome. Bulletproof windows for the cameras. Yeah, I love it when it rained. I kind of regretted the fact that most of the rain that happened yesterday happened while I was at work, but it was still raining a little bit when I got home and rained into the evening. So, but it's over now. Yeah, well, that was one of the things about those guys at How and How Tech. They built like military vehicles, and it was big iron framing and quarter-inch panels. The thing would get horrible gas mileage, but it would be able to hold up to a tornado or something falling on it. My neighbors decorated for Christmas. Yeah, there's a few of them that have lights out now. My neighbor across the street has them. Neighbor a couple houses down has them, and it's kind of growing. I'm guessing, over the next week or two, there'll be more. We're still it's kind of traditional time, at least where it was in California. And I kind of get the feeling it's just that way here too. Is kind of Thanksgiving weekend is when people do it, put their lights up. So this is the last day of Thanksgiving weekend, so maybe we'll get some more out today. Did I believe in Santa as a kid? Yeah. When did I stop believing? I don't know. My parents told me at one point. I don't remember how old I was. Oh, look who's back. Want some more kitty treats? Right, Nibble? Come on, you got to come over here this time. Come on, Nibble. Nibble, 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 nibble. Okay, well, you can have that one. I guess Nibble doesn't really want any kitty treats, huh? Guess not. Even dropped it on the floor. Bite didn't even go for that one. That's funny. Nibble. See how high we can get up here. Oh, and then he dropped it. You clutch. Now there's a definite way to make sure that everyone gets kitty treats. It's this way, isn't it? Better go get yours, Nibble. They're not going to come to you. Oh well, while they're munching on their treats here. Let's see what's going on here. Cried when you found out Santa wasn't real. Oh, that's too bad. That just means it was too early. Santa may not fly this year due to COVID. Yeah, they'll at least need to be wearing a mask. I still see like one or two kitty treats there that you guys haven't found. They're sitting there right in the middle of the floor. Yeah, Mike found one of them. Oh well. When you were a kid, you lived in Alaska? That sounds fun. At least in the summer. I don't know if I'd want to go there in the winter. You love the movie of Santa Claus, made you want to believe all over. What's everyone's favorite Santa Claus movie? Movie that stars Santa Claus. I think one of my favorites. I love comedies, so um, I like Ernest Saves Christmas. That's one of my favorites. It's too bad that I've never seen that come out on DVD or Blu-ray or anything like that. I've actually got like a bootleg of it because that's the only place I could find it. Wasn't Don Rickles? He was very funny, but I've seen him do some like kind of creepy things too. Anyone ever see him in Carlito's Way? No, it wasn't Carlito's Way. Sorry, it wasn't Carlito's Way. It was um, that vampire movie, Innocent Blood. He played like this creepy attorney to the mob boss, who ends up turning into a vampire and then getting burned up at the end because the sunlight hits him. Yeah, good luck finding it. I had it on Laserdisc, and that's the only place I've ever seen it. I've never seen it on DVD or Blu-ray. It's definitely on my must-buy list because, like I said, right now I just got a bootleg of it, something I found online. It's not a particularly good quality. It's decent quality, but it's the best I've been able to find. Yeah, I don't watch a whole lot of TV anymore, so I'm actually kind of started thinking about getting rid of my cable. The cable TV end of it. I still use cable for internet, but I just can't really see paying for something that I've had on maybe once, since I moved here, and maybe three times since I moved to Texas. That's true. Thanks for the shout out, Kathy. Yeah, if you aren't on the Facebook page, go and search "Escaping the Mouse." What do we got? About 400 subscribers now. That's kind of cool. I've been noticing. I also have a Guided by Voices Facebook page, and that one's been growing like crazy. I can't believe how fast that's growing. I'm getting like new subscribers like every single day. Okay, 360 subscribers right now. So yeah, if you're on Facebook, you know, look for Escaping the Mouse and join the channel there. Jingle All the Way. That's a good movie. Yeah, It's a Wonderful Life. That's a classic, definitely. Something's caught Bright's attention under the table behind me here, so and see what he's looking for here. Isn't that? I think that's the one Jordan got me last year. I think it's called A Christmas Story. Yeah, when Jordan was here last year, just after Christmas, he bought me a couple movies. It was that one and the Lee Quentin movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. That sounds like a classic. Yeah, yeah, I know. I love that. I love that Twilight Zone episode. That's called Night of the Meek, where a drunk, he's a Santa Claus at a department store, but he's also drunk, and so he gets fired on Christmas Eve, and he wishes he could really be Santa Claus, and all of a sudden he finds this magic bag that dishes out anything that he wants, and so he starts being Santa Claus, and does it for the whole year. And then when he gets to the end, he's kind of sad again. He said, "I wish I could do it every year." And next thing you know, there's a sleigh with a couple of elves that come up and they take him off, and that's the end of the episode. I love that episode, Night of the Meek, one of my favorites. I think I might even have a DVD of that somewhere. I mean, it's on Netflix, so. Oh yeah, Die Hard definitely, but that doesn't star Santa Claus. That's a great Christmas movie though. Everyone kind of agrees that that is because it takes place on Christmas Eve, and a lot of people say they can't celebrate Christmas until they see Hans Gruber fall out of the Nakatomi Plaza building. But that's okay. We'll change the rules. I know I specifically said movies that star Santa Claus, but we'll expand the rules. Christmas movies in general. Of course, there's got to be this one. Let's see, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Got to be right about there. Actually, got three of them right here that have the word Christmas in them. This has now got to be an official Christmas movie because that's the one with our friend and buddy Jordan Lee, Jordan the Lion. Yeah, there he is. Right. Let's see. Right there. So that's definitely a great one. If you ever saw Jordan did a vlog where he interviewed the director and star of this movie, that was a great episode. And of course, there's that one. That's a classic. It's funny too. I've noticed that this movie and this movie are virtually the same movie, just from different perspectives. Because what's the plot? The father is having a big elaborate Christmas celebration with his family in order to let them know that he's getting this big bonus or something, and then the bonus doesn't come through, and now he's got to put up with the family, and there's the crazy family members, and they both each had a crazy family member, and they had crazy neighbors, and all sorts of crazy shenanigans happened, and then, of course, this is a movie we were talking about just a few minutes ago. Jordan bought me that last year. Said that's a classic. That's the one with that leg lamp that Jordan got. So that's a classic. That's a good Christmas movie. And I love Scrooged with Bill Murray. That's an awesome. That's one I pull out every year. Hi, Karen. Yeah, thanks for stopping in. Taking your grandson back to Austin. Yeah, if you don't have a copy of Jordan's movie, there's contact information right now. You can get it through the website, or I suppose you can call them too. So I'll leave that on screen for a second if you want to type that down. Go get a copy of this movie because this is really good. I think you can get it like on Amazon and stuff like that, but get it directly from the source because then it's going directly to the people who produced the movie. It's a good movie, good family movie. So yeah, definitely check that one out. All right, I'll put that down here, and you want to see. You can't see that. Let me see. How about if I try typing it into the keyboard here? Then it'll appear in the field. Hang on a second. We should spell check that here now. Make sure I didn't. Yeah, that looks like it. Check out that link if you can, and I think you can buy the movie directly there. You could last year. I'm assuming that's still up. Yeah, we can do that too. We can put it on the Facebook page. Let's see if maybe I can do that now here. La, 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 la. Let's see if that works here. Yeah, it's still available. So I'm going to copy that address to the Facebook page right now. Sorry, I know I probably should be paying attention to you guys, but this will only take a second. There, I posted it. All right, so it's on the Facebook page now. So yeah, I generally don't like remakes, but technically Scrooge was almost technically a remake. It's okay to take your time and aren't doing anything. I hope that isn't an insult. I was hoping you'd think that watching me on a live stream was doing something. Post just showed up on your news feed. Yeah, it just went up a minute ago, so it should it should be there now. It's showing up on mine, so that post right there. That's not that's actually another movie by in the picture, but um, you scroll down and you'll find that movie right there. Definitely worth a look. It's a good movie. I showed you guys the script from that on that video about a week ago. That's kind of a cool thing to have, right? Is Waco under lockdown? No. In fact, our governor a week or so ago said there weren't going to be any more lockdowns in our state. So, can anyone tell you how to find out about the live streams ahead of time? There really isn't a way because it's just, I usually do one about this time on Sunday, but it might be it's right now. I started this one, about an hour ago, which is about 12:30 local time. It can be anywhere from 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock local time. So, around this time, I usually do one, but there isn't really a way to find out ahead of time. You can say, Mark, to be alerted when stuff like that's going on, but that doesn't always work. But it does work sometimes. So that's your best, to just receive notifications from this channel when something goes live. You'll get notifications when I put videos up or when I post a message or something like that also. Yeah, Jordan and I haven't talked about any future visits. It might happen at some point. He's welcome to come now that I got the guest bedroom put together. That's ready to go. All right, buddy. Look at back. Yeah, that's the best option I can offer. Best suggestion I can offer to you, John. Just hit the notification bell. Like I said, sometimes a lot of people say it doesn't work all the time. I don't really know because I don't. I have the notification bell deactivated, on everything, even like on Jordan's channel. I just when I'm ready to watch, I'll go watch. I know what his posting schedule is, and also, on his Facebook page, kind of like the way Jan does on this one, she, somebody or a couple somebodies over there, I think every time a new episode goes up, they put it on the Facebook page. And I know Jen does that here too. So, you know, but in terms of live streams, I don't even know when they're going to start until I say, hey, I should probably start a live stream. That was what was happening. I usually try and start them about 10 o'clock or about 11 o'clock here or 11:30, something like that. And it got to be noon. I said, oh, I probably ought to do my live stream today. And then you got to set up because I got to hang the flag and I got to turn on the lights and get the laptop out here and turned on and frankly scrape the kitty hair off the couch because you sleep here all day, every day when I'm at work and you get cat hair all over the place. So yeah, that's part of the reason the cat brush is here because I'm actually brushing the couch more than brushing the cat. Oh, that'd be fun. I haven't heard anything about a visit from Jordan, but that would be fun to do. I would definitely like to show Jordan the new house. Yeah, I like the flag as my backdrop too. It's funny how different it is, how much different of a pride in your state that there is between Texas and California. Because everyone I know has a Texas flag in Texas, and I never once owned, let alone flew a California flag. I need a production assistant to handle the pre-live screen duties. Yeah, that's true. And I'm small potatoes though on this. I can't afford a production assistant at this point. You aren't half wrong either, Jonathan. This seat that I'm in right now is Bite's favorite place. This up here is his second favorite place, and you see there's cat hair up there, and that's all kind of scrunched down because Bite slept there so much. Even Jaw figured that out. This couch was in California when Jaw had come to visit. Jaw would sleep there because he said, "Oh, that looks good. That looks nice and warm and comfy and cozy and all that." So Bite made it, and Jaw uses it. Yeah, there's all sorts of things that we could do. If Jordan comes here, we'll figure it out. If it happens, it happens. He knows he's welcome. Ugh. Now that we've pulled all the cat hair off the couch, now we can pull some of the cat hair off the cat, huh? Yeah, yeah. He's such a cuddler. See the cat hair fly. Yes, you do. You are full of cat hair. I guess what to expect. What is it going to be? Dog hair? Yeah, that all came from you, dude. That came from you. Now you're showing everyone your butt. You just have no idea about YouTube etiquette, do you? But you haven't even read the rules and regulations, have you? Let's see here. What's going on here? Oh yeah, I forgot about us making the pizza. Yeah, that was good. I think Jordan must have vlogged that because that was before I was vlogging. I think. Yeah, well, Rock's Entertainment. You just kind of have to, try and not think about it. That's the key to keeping your sanity. And if I can be a distraction to that for a couple of hours, that's work time well spent, I think. Do I think a vaccine will be out soon? Yeah, I think we got, it sounds like we got like three things that are in the hopper right now that are all very effective. In fact, they seem to keep getting better because the first one I heard about had to be stored at like negative 70 degrees below zero. which I think is a double negative or something, whatever. Negative 70 degrees below zero, yeah, whatever. Negative 70 degrees Fahrenheit in order to be transported. And then the second one just had to be kept at freezing. And now they got one, I think, that they can just keep in room temperature. So hi, MJ, how are you? I don't want to give too much information about the type of company I work for. I'm happy in Waco, though. I really like it here. So I'm not looking to transfer at this point. I'm very happy. I'm very happy with the job I have and where I am and with the opportunities that are being made available to me. I like hanging out with you two, VNA, all of you. You cold thinking about those negative temperatures. Yeah, well, I just got to wonder if it's an injection here. What's going to happen when you have something that's 70 degrees below zero pumped into your body? I'm guessing it's got to be kept at 70 below until it's ready to use. And I'm sure when they're ready to use it, they bring it up to a more comfortable temperature. It probably just needs to be kept cold to be kept stable for shipping. Are you talking about whether people decorated for Halloween or decorated for Christmas? I'm guessing based on when you mentioning it was on my live after Halloween video that you're maybe thinking Halloween. There were a couple people that like put decorations out. It's funny. The neighbor across the street had a posable skeleton on their front porch, kind of waving at people. So I had a posable skeleton. I put mine on my street, and mine was waving back at theirs. They ended up with a substantial amount of rain during the last vlog. The one that I showed you that went live last night, it only produced about a third or a half an inch of rain. So it wasn't that much. About 12 millimeters for those of you in the metric world. And it didn't rain very long. It rained, I think, all of 30 minutes. In fact, an hour after I filmed that, I went out and took a nice walk, and it was beautiful out. Yeah, yeah, that's what I thought, because there wouldn't have been any Christmas decorations up after Halloween. That just started in the last week. And yeah, there were a couple people. I mean, there wasn't elaborate decorations. There's nothing like what I used to do in California. And I don't know, I might not even do that anymore. Maybe I'll end up getting rid of all my stuff. Yeah, the way I'm dealing with the politics on here is I'm just ignoring it. Because you're right, I don't want to talk politics. Politics just divides people. Any plans for Christmas yet other than decorating? Um, no, not really. I mean, this is going to be a different kind of a Christmas year because I'm not going to spend it with any family. Uh, I'm not going to be traveling this year because I can't do that because if I travel, then I come back and I got to be quarantined at work, and I don't want to do that again. I mean, the company will pay me if I do it, but I already know the issue. I know that it was a different situation when I did it for my father's funeral, and I did get quarantined after that. And it was quarantined with pay. It's full pay the whole time, and the policy is still that if you get it, but you know I just want to do what I can to show my boss how, how valuable I can be for them. And that just means not doing things that, hurt the company. And by hurting the company, I'm, um, going on doing trips that mean that I can't be there to work and stuff like that. Yeah, I actually kind of wish we did switch to the metric. I'm actually kind of bilingual when it does that because I've worked in like engineering and mechanical things pretty much all my life, and pretty much when you're dealing with electronics or when you're dealing with anything that's scientific related, it's all metric. It's all meters and liters and all that fun stuff. So I'm very comfortable. I can kind of switch back and forth. Metric is different, but it is actually easier because everything is in tens. There isn't any of this 12 inches in a foot and 3 feet in a yard and 5,280 feet in a mile. And it's like, no, it's 1,000 kilometer or 1,000 meters in a kilometer, 1,000 liters in a kilo, in a, or 1,000 milliliters in a liter. And, it's just, everything's in tens. It just makes it easier to keep track of. Yeah, it's one of those things that if you use it, it just kind of becomes easy. Well, I just kind of have an eyeball or kind of a mental image in my head when it comes to meters and yards that they're very close together because uh, in in a meter is 39 inches, a yard is 36 inches. So if you just think of a meter being a little bit longer than a yard, then it just kind of makes it easy to kind of visualize it. Thanks, Spike. I'm glad you like that. Yeah, I was concerned that wouldn't be a very good video. Because sometimes it looks like I just copped out. So, oh, to put the camera out there and record 14 minutes of a thunderstorm. It's like, but you know what? That's what this vlog is all about. It really isn't about me making money anymore. It's more about just kind of sharing with the world the things that make me happy, and that's just something I love. So there's going to be more of that. I kind of look at earthquakes on a daily basis. You remember a year and a half ago, I did that vlog on that cluster of earth, on that big earthquake they had in kind of central California. It's funny that fault is still shaking. There's still, almost hourly earthquakes on that. Let's see if I can pull up the thing here. See if this works here. Okay, so that's not showing me the map. I want the map. There's the map. Yeah, this is that same area right now. And you can still see there's a lot of aftershocks here. I don't know if you can see if you can get it so it doesn't glare out so much here. I don't know, having problems with that. There we go. That's a little bit better. That red one, that red dot, that's an earthquake that happened in the last hour. The orange dots have all happened in the last 24 hours, and the yellow dots have all happened in the last week. So that area is still rocking and rolling. And it's funny, there's an area in Nevada that had a cluster a few weeks ago, had a decent sized earthquake, and that one's still rocking and rolling too. So that's a little north of Las Vegas. So yeah, I mean, it happens. Let's see, what is the biggest earthquake in the world right now? Let's see if I can get that figured out here. Uh, Magnitude largest first. Biggest one is a 6.1 in Bellany Islands. I don't even know where that is. See if we can figure out where that is here. Um, Hard to tell because if I had it on the computer, I could have I could just click on the link and it would highlight the one that it is. But I don't know. Oh well, we tried. Let's see, what have I missed here? Are there any drive-through light attractions near you? Yes, as a matter of fact, I think I'm going to go visit one tonight. It kind of popped up on my Facebook feed a couple days ago. You're making chili in your Instant Pot. I hope it isn't the recipe I made a while back. That didn't turn out that well. If it turns out good, let me know. Send it to me. I'd like to find a good chili recipe. If I had chicken fried steak, a lot. I love chicken fried steak. Yeah, yeah, they serve that at work sometimes. I have it there, and if it's an option, I'll oftentimes have it when I go out to eat or something too. I love chicken fried steak. All right, Bill's back from the hardware store. Did you get anything good? I love going to the hardware store. Any traditions I've noticed in Texas that are different than California? Yeah, a lot more people say "Have a blessed day." You go to buy something, and when they're done, when the transaction is over, they'll say, "Have a blessed day" or "God bless you" or something like that. That doesn't happen in California. Yeah, we aren't even looking at bite right now. We're looking at bite's butt. There's the rest of the bite. Oh, you were in the big earthquake in Chile? Oh man, I had a college professor that was my a geology professor of all things. That was I don't know, somewhere in Central America during a big earthquake. He said it was the scariest thing he'd ever been, but 9.5, that's a massive quake. I think the biggest I've ever been in was like a 7. And most of they're like low sixes that we had in California. I haven't experienced a single earthquake here, and I don't miss them. Chicken fried steak and eggs, that actually sounds good. Yeah, I love going to Home Depot. Home Depot is awesome. Home Depot, call Home Depot. They're concerned they haven't been seeing me today. With all the free advertising that I get from Home Depot, you think they'd give me like a discount card or something like that? Hey, bye. There he is. There's a close up of your star. My hair is sticking up all over the place. You see yourself bite? Do you even realize that that's you? You're just not interested, are you? Just thinking, where's that kitty treat jar, huh? Yeah. Yeah, he's my buddy. I've had people say they think he's ugly, but I don't care. He's my buddy. Jan wants a belly rub. You up for a belly rub? Huh? We could do a belly rub. Ah, the big fat tub of lard off of me here. Belly rub time. Belly rub for Jan. Belly rub for Bite. I don't know if you can hear him purring. He likes that, but then as soon as he's released, he's out of here. But he's over here still. Gonna show his butt some more. That's the only downside of the belly rub. I get cat hair all over me. Are your eyes crossed? Huh? Yeah, kitty butt. I keep threatening him and rename you Butt instead of Bite. What do you think? Butt? Huh? How you doing, Butt? Then we'd have to rename Nibble Head, right? How am I today, Bill? I'm doing good. How are you? I'm having a good start to my first day off. It's a short week, but that's okay. I don't do the only reason I don't do things like cakes and pies is just because I don't eat cakes and pies that much. Although I am thinking I might do some like Christmas cookies or something like that. Taking every day off in December, every Monday off. I automatically get every Monday off. I actually love that. I used to, when I used to work at the CD factory, I did the same thing. I work on Saturdays and then have Sunday and Monday off. I love that. I love being off when everybody else is on. I get so much done. Thank you, Frank Holt. I appreciate that. You made a butterball turkey breast in the instant pot. That's good to know that can be done. I wouldn't have been able to put that full turkey in the instant pot. It just wouldn't have fit. But see, for a long time, Mondays hasn't been an issue for me. So I have a positive image of Mondays because a lot of times I'm off on Mondays. I like that. Hi, Jay Wild. How are you? Wow, coffee talk with Adika's here. That's cool. I don't think I've ever seen you pop on my live streams before. I was just thinking of that song of the Boomtown Rats the other day. That's a song that just disappeared. You don't ever hear it anymore. Too bad. Did I miss him? Has Stefan really been here before? Wow. All right. I'm sorry, Stefan. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean to ignore you. Every once in a while, I get a big celebrity like Jordan to pop on here, but never Stefan. I never imagined in my wildest dreams that would happen. It's like having Adam Wu pop on here. But yeah, I suppose it's probably bigger in London, but that was such a huge song when it was out. A lot of people don't know this, but um, uh, Bob Geldof was the guy who played Pink in Pink Floyd The Wall in the movie. He was good in that. Yeah, I've heard about that song, about the background about that song. Yeah, I get it about how fun it is when somebody that you admire responds to you. It's a lot of fun. Thanks, Pam. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed watching that. I enjoyed doing those videos. Those were a lot of fun. And like I said, I'm convinced I picked the right house. There just isn't very much about this place I don't like. Yeah, that's too bad about David Prose. In fact, I posted a photo on the Facebook page that I thought was kind of fun here, kind of sad, but kind of fun. Somebody took a photo of all of the, let me see if I can get it in here so it doesn't glare out here, of all the people, the key people in the movie. Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, and Kenny Baker, who played R2D2, and Carrie Fisher, and Peter Mayhew, who was Chewbacca, and now David Prowse, who played Darth Vader. It's hard to get it to not flare out, but I thought that was kind of a cool picture because you remember at the end of the episode six, uh, Yoda and Obi Wan and old Darth Vader uh, appeared as kind of ghosts together at the end of the third movie, and then of course they remade it to put the guy who played young Anakin Skywalker when they redid the movie. But the original version of the movie, before Lucas started doing edits, had this old man in this position. That's part of the reason why, when I got rid of all my laser discs, I kept a couple of them, including the Star Wars movies, because I don't like the fact that Lucas has gone in and re-edited his movies, and added new scenes and stuff like that. I think it kills the movie. So I wanted to have the best copy I could of the original version. And the only place you can get the original version is either on Laserdisc or on videotape. So I have the original for posterity in case anyone ever tries revisionist history and say, "Oh no, the movie was always that way." No, it wasn't. I just don't like it when directors start changing their movies. Yeah, bye, Stefan. Thanks for stopping in. I'm sorry if you've been here before. I'm sorry I missed you. Pizza the Hut. Yeah, I remember that. It really helped your folks, Lloyd and Gilda, get through the first lockdown. So you want to thank you, appreciate that. Yeah, 80 people on here right now. Not like the 1100 that I guess Jordan got yesterday. But I guess when you have what 200,000 subscribers or whatever, 150,000 subscribers, whatever he's at right now, it's insane. I can't believe that. But my subscriber numbers have been going up too, and I'm not really sure. Not really sure why. Well, I'd be smoking salmons, and I've done that. I didn't vlog it, but I tried it for dinner. It was good. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see what I'm doing today. Like I said, I'm thinking about going and doing a vlog tonight. Uh, so we'll see. We'll see if I'm home when it happens. Jordan did 2 movie live streams on Thanksgiving. Wow. Yeah, that's possible. It was a little bit different with Jordan when he started because one, he had kind of an erratic work schedule anyway because he was acting when he was first starting, and so that left him a lot of time to do that. Plus the fact his expenses were really low. I've always when I started doing this, I had a house, I had a house payment to do, so that made it a little bit more difficult. And as I said earlier in the live stream, money the money isn't really that big a thing anymore on this. I was thinking at one point it would be, um, would maybe get to the point where I could support myself on this, but now that I got a job that I love, then this is just something I do that I enjoy doing. Oh yeah, I agree with you on the Star Wars movies. The first three were good. The three prequels weren't as good, and now the three Disney ones they've completely destroyed the franchise. They just keep getting worse and worse. I mean, I've got all 9 of them. You know, I've seen a couple of the other ones that they produced, like what Solo. That was actually decent, but whatever. I remember Love American Style. That was a big show that we used to I used to watch when that was on. Thanks, Kathy. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, the channel's growing. Like I said, it's funny how a channel grows like this because I hit 3,300 subscribers. I don't know, probably 4 or 5 months ago, and for a while it was between 33 and 3320, and it bounced back and forth. And it would go down a little, go up a little, and just kind of stalled there. And then a couple of weeks ago, it started growing again. Now, initially, I know that Jordan had mentioned my channel on his live stream because I heard him do it, and I thought that was it. But it's continuing to grow. I'm getting 4 or 5 new subscribers a day now, which is weird. And I'm getting close now to the point where I'm gonna hit 3,400. And that's kind of cool. It's higher right now than it's ever been. Do I get 4,000 viewing hours? Oh yeah, easily I get that, especially when I do the live streams. Because a lot of you, actually, it's funny. The live streams are probably the most popular videos. I get more views on those than anything else, which is weird. I guess you just like to sit and talk to me. Strange how that works, but I noticed one there's a milestone that's coming very close that I'm getting excited about. I'm about to have my 1 millionth view, and that's just astounding. I never would have imagined that happening. A year and a half, almost 2 years ago now when I started this. But I'm like 933,000 views or something like that. So I don't know. Maybe by the end of the year or early next year, I'm gonna have that millionth view. Can't wait. That'll be fun. Yeah, Black Dot. I believe that too. In fact, I know people who knew Walt, and they've said that themselves that he never would have agreed to like Disney California Adventure. He would never have agreed with some of the things that Disney's gotten itself into after he passed. Yeah, David Prose passed away. Darth Vader. That was sad, but it's been a long time. You know. Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about him having 1,100 plus people watching. That's insane. I can't imagine that. I think my peak has been like 140 or 150. By the way, Mark, that's that book I told you about here. Uh, 25 cents for that. It's 100 years old this year. Very, very cool. Picture of Saturn. That was the best they had 100 years ago. And it's funny, you look at this, you look at the planets, and the list of the planets ends with Neptune. Yeah, I love that rainstorm the other night. That was awesome. That was actually a few days ago. That was actually on Tuesday that I shot that. As my monthly YouTube income grown, actually it's shrunk in the last couple months. I used to be making about $500 a month. It's more like 200 now because my views I think are down. People aren't watching as much anymore. I think some people like certain subjects and maybe they don't get into me doing the stuff in the house, but whatever. This is a vlog about what's going on in my life, and if I'm not making the money right now, that's just the way it is. I'm not really out here for money right now. One of the things I heard about Walt Disney is when he go be around the park, he hated when people would come up to him and call him Mr. Disney. He's like, no, I'm Walt. That's just the guy he was. I don't know what Jordan makes, but it's obviously enough to support himself. He's not doing anything else but that. And Jordan's now the person where if you go out to dinner or something like that, he's always the one pulling out the card and paying for it. And he's talked to me about that before. So many people used to do that for him that now he feels it's his opportunity to return the favor. He's always been great that way. What makes my tail spin? I'm backing into a fan will usually do that. Thank you, Pam D. Appreciate that. Like I said, I'm not really into it for the money, but I appreciate it when people want to do that. It's noon there. Okay, well, it's about 2 here, so you must kind of be on the like Pacific coast. Jordan's been talking about buying a house for a while, so um, I think it's great. I think I'd be very happy for him if he did. It's 8 p.m. there, huh? Okay, well, that isn't too bad then. See, I think that's part of the reason why I kind of do my live streams a little earlier in the day. You remember, I used to do them like late in the afternoon. I'd go out and shoot my vlog first, and then I'd come home and do the live. And that just meant when you get over to like Europe and even over to Australia, where I have viewers over there too, that it's like 2 or 3 in the morning when that happens. That's not cool. But here now, if I do it like 11 or 12 noon here, then it's still not that early in California. People can watch it there, and we can get across the pond too. Hello, Sharon. How are you? Thanks, Diane. I appreciate that. I'm glad you like my vlogs. Yeah, Jordan is very grateful. I know for how much love and support he's gotten from his viewers. It's funny about that book too. I opened it up when you posted your comment the other day, and I actually saw it's like signed to somebody from 1965. So, but yeah, the book was published in 1920, so it's 100 years old. That's awesome. Yeah, see, there's proof right there. The Macmillan Company, 1920. So that's cool. I like this book, and it's actually in really good shape. But I wanted to show that to Mark because he'd asked about that. Yeah, that's a big thing. You are literally just throwing your money away when you rent because you have nothing to show for it. When you buy a house, then you have like a little piece of the pie, and at that point, even if things turn bad for you, you still got the house as collateral, and that can help. That can help a lot if things turn around. Because I don't know how long Jordan's going to do this. He may do it for the rest of his life. He could just stop at some point. I don't know. We haven't talked about it, so I have no information one way or another. But yeah, Bite got big. Bite's a big boy. Yeah, I'm glad I bought a house too. And I love the fact that I don't have a mortgage. It makes it so easy. Instead of at the end of the month, it's like, okay, what do I have to give up so I can pay the bills? Like this month, hey, I got a little extra money. Now I got a big property tax bill coming up in January, and so I'm starting to kind of save up for that. I want to see if I can figure out a way where I just pay a monthly installment for that. Because I think that'd be a lot easier to do. Because my property tax bill this year is going to be about $5,000. So, but I don't have a mortgage, so if I like I said, I got the bill about a month ago. I've got I technically have the money left over from the house purchase that I could pay it right now. But what I kind of want to do is keep that money as a bit of a nest egg in case I need it. And so what I'm trying to do is since I have like a 3 month period in order to pay the bill, the bill came about a month ago and it's not due until January. So, that gave me some time to kind of try and save it up. And I think I'll probably be able to do that. It is a high property tax, but see, there's no state income tax. And so that's where it all changes. So in the end, I think I'll come up better off. Again, and if I can get them to the point where I can, give them $300 a month, that'll be a lot easier. Yeah, I like Amy too. That's too bad. I never got a chance to meet her, but she seemed like a good person. And she was good to him, and he was good to her. So it's too bad she's gone, but that happens, I guess. Bill's got to go to the auto parts store. That's important. Got to do that. Got to keep the car running. Yeah, well, I mean, this house, Angela, is superior to the one I had in California in every way, in almost every way. I do wish it had more windows. I do like some natural light, but I'm also kind of a private person too. So, that's nice to be able to, do that. But I was able to maintain that privacy in California too, because most of the windows in that house either were on the second floor or went out into the backyard. And so there's I like having natural light. And so it's nice to be able to do that, but that's okay. I'll live with it. Are property taxes higher than in California? Yes, I think they are. I think they're, you know, I don't know exactly what the numbers are, but it's higher there because that's the primary source of revenue for the state is property taxes. But you also got to remember that property taxes is based on the value of the property. And so let's say for sake of argument that it's 2% here and 1% in California. 1% of a $600,000 house is still going to be more money than 2% of a $250,000 house. So, you know, it all kind of works out. I think I was paying, I don't know exactly what I was paying for property taxes in California because frankly, that was all part of the mortgage. In my mortgage payment, it covered property taxes and it covered home insurance. So I'm doing both of those things separately now. I got to pay the property taxes and I got to pay my home insurance. And I have my car and my home insurance with the same company. So total, that's about $300 a month, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, Jordan and Amy had a lot in common. That was too bad, but you know what? It happens. They were fun on live streams too. It's fun watching them play off each other. Vermont has high property taxes. It's crazy there. Yeah, I suppose. I don't have emergency supplies in the shelter, but I've been thinking about that definitely. If nothing else, maybe put some water in there or something like that. I probably will do that. Maybe that's where I'll just end up storing water. Because if I was stuck in that thing for a few days, you're definitely gonna want to have some water in there. Yeah, New York has insanely high taxes too. Hi, Kurt. How are you doing? Food, water, and a bucket for the toilet. Yeah, input, output, I guess, huh? Yeah, I was thinking about what I would put in there for like food. It might just be, some boxes of cereal or something just to something that doesn't require preparation or cooking or anything like that. Yeah, you're right. I had to put cat litter and that kind of stuff too. Food. Oh, I'll do more Instant Pot recipes. I don't have any planned right now, but I'll do more. Blankets, yeah, definitely. Maybe just put my sleeping bag or something in there. Peanut butter, yeah, maybe. What's my favorite cereal? I eat a lot of Honey Nut Cheerios. I'm not one that's really into super sweet or like, things for kids, and I don't like things that are like bland, totally, you know. But I like, Honey Nut Cheerios. It's got a nice kind of honey flavor. It's not too overwhelming, and it's just right, I think. Yeah, I could get some MREs too. I've seen somebody posting on Facebook that they have like these companies that just make a bucket, and it's got like food that will survive for like 10 years. Yeah, yeah, Kathy's talking about it. Never heard of maple flavored Cheerios. It's funny, you move from one spot to sleep to another. Yeah, we're kind of coming to the end of the live stream, but we got another 7+ minutes, and then I'll be back next week. What do you think, Bite? You have anything to add? You just keep moving from one spot to another and finding a place to nap, and then think you move just to get my attention, so you think I'll give you some kitty treats. Yeah, you're probably right. Or maybe I'll just be really gullible and accidentally leave the lid off the jar so you can go steal them. Thanks for stopping in, Black Dot. Yeah, I'm glad you were here. I always enjoy hearing from you. Okay, that's enough, Fatty. That's enough. Yeah, nap. That sounds good. Actually, um, I love being able to sleep in the morning, and so I get to do that on my days off. I got to get up at 5 a.m. in the morning, and I have never been a morning person. Never, ever, ever. So that's the hard part about the job right now is getting up that early, and they're long days too. I'm more of a night person. I'd rather be up at like midnight or 1 or 2 in the morning and then sleep in until 8 or 9. I actually had the alarm go off at 8 o'clock this morning, and I just turned it off and went back, and I slept until about 9:30. Yeah, thanks, Mark. Glad you stopped in. Yeah, I'll have actually tonight's video is already posted, so we'll get that. You'll get that tonight, and I'm gonna maybe shoot 2 videos today. That'd be nice to get a little ahead of the game. It gets a little hard when you have 7 days off every 2 weeks, but are committed to doing 8 videos. That means at least one day you have to do 2 videos a day, and Now I had a slight advantage because last week I had 5 days off and I did one video every day. So that's why I got tonight's video already posted. But if I could do two more today, then I do one tomorrow, one the next day. Then I'm through next week too, and then I'm a little ahead of the game. That helps. How's the pool cover doing? The pool cover is doing its job. I still got to figure out how I'm going to get the rainwater out of there. And next year I definitely got to do a better job uh, attaching those pillows because I thought once I got the cover on it, I didn't wouldn't have to have the pillows, attached to the side of the pool. They just kind of stay where they are. Well, they aren't. They all kind of navigated to one end of the pool, so the pillows aren't really doing their job right now. But that's okay. It's a learning experience. We'll figure it out. Yeah, cornbread. I love cornbread, especially when it's sweet cornbread. What are the pillows for? The pillows go underneath the pool cover so that the pool cover is up above the level of the walls of the pool so that supposedly water runs off rather than pooling on top of the pool cover. But they didn't stay where they're supposed to be. Yeah, I suppose you could do that. I've also been thinking about even like getting like a cheap sump pump or something like that and putting it out in the middle and putting it on some sort of a weight so that it sinks below the water. Because then, you could turn that thing on, um, a couple more times, a couple times, whenever needed and pump the water out of there. I don't know. I'm thinking about stuff like that. We'll figure it out. The advantage is every time it rains more water gets in there. And one of the problems I have right now is the water is kind of congregated in the middle of the pool. But if you get more in there, then the water will kind of work its way out and it'll kind of be across the whole surface. So honestly, I don't really do indoor Christmas decorating that much. I probably won't do any inside. It's just I do it all outside. I'm just weird that way. Yeah, I was thinking about a couple more pillows too, but I think the four I have are fine if I just keep them together. The problem is all four of them are on one side of the pool, so there's a big pool of water on the other side. So I think, like I said, if I get them attached to the pool and not moving, I think they'll do better. Animated maps, 120 years of earthquakes on YouTube. I'll check that out. Thanks for the advice, Black Dot. Put some multicolor lights on the wall. Yeah, well, right now all the Christmas lights, including the ones that used to be behind me uh, in the apartment, are hanging outside. So don't have any multicolor lights right now. I do have some net lights, and I've been thinking I'm gonna maybe put those out this week. It's turning into a little bit of a competition between me and the neighbor down the block because they did some nice stuff. I think mine's better, but I still want to stay ahead of the game here. Got to show the new neighbors that I'm up to the task here. Thanks, Tracy. I'm glad you like the house. I like the house too. I'm really happy with it. It's really coming together nicely. Yeah, I know it's amazing how far I've come. And I don't know if I'd be this far along if I wasn't shooting the vlogs. It's the vlogs that kind of keep me going each day. Because I get up in the morning, it's like, okay, what am I going to do today for a vlog? That's really literally the first question that comes out every day is, what am I going to do today? And it's like, well, let's do this. And then you get going, and yeah, it's a healthy competition. Like I said, nothing bad is coming of it. And, I like what my neighbors have done. And so you want my grill? Well, I got it at Lowe's. Just don't have them deliver it because they never will. Rent a U-Haul truck and pick it up yourself or something. Oh yeah, Jordan has all sorts of ideas. He's got enough vlog ideas right now where he wouldn't ever need any more suggestions or any other ideas, and he could do it for the rest of his life. I'm sure. He's got like a notebook where he writes this stuff down. And I don't know if it's that way because I haven't been with him when he vlogged for a while, but I know that when we'd be out on a vlog, when he and I would go out together, um, he would, while we were going to one vlog, he said, "Oh yeah, I got to go do that sometime. Oh yeah, I got to go check that place out." That's just how he is. Every vlog he does, he gets five more ideas. I love Home Improvement. That was a great show. So you notice I usually have a video running now in the background when I do my live streams. That's my friend Matt's Island Horizon videos. Go check them out if you get a chance. He's been installed at 250 subscribers now for, I don't know, months and months. So it'd be really cool if you haven't checked him out. What he does is he lives on the big island of Hawaii. And so what he does, he goes out and just shoots beach scenes. Um, he'll put his camera on a tripod, just point it at the ocean for a while, and shoot 10, 20, 30, 50 minutes of video of the beach. And they're a lot of fun. They're, yeah, VNA said they're soothing. That's right. It's one of those things, we've got enough of them right now. What I do is, like I said, at the beginning of the live stream, I just click on the play all button and they just play back to back to back to back. It's one of those things that, you could put it on your computer at work or something like that and just let it play in the background. It's beautiful to look at. It's soothing sounds. It's just really quiet. It's really peaceful. If you get a chance, go out and check it out. It's called Island Horizon Videos. Somebody's playing with something, bite or nibbles, beating on something, probably bite. Salmon on the grill in foil wrapped her with butter, huh? That sounds interesting. Well, look, he's back. In for his final little appearance on the live stream here. Lemon pepper chicken wings. That sounds good. Old Bay. Is that some sort of a is that a rub or is that some sort of a sauce or something? I've never heard of that. But you caught me with the word spicy, so that's always a good way to get my attention when it comes to food. What do you think? You like salmon, don't you? I usually only do it one way. I do it with the olive oil, the lemon, and the rosemary. Turkey fajitas. Yeah, I'm getting more and more confident with a smoker. I got a long ways to go. I'm no Jeff kid. That's much is for sure. But I'm getting there. I'm figuring it out. Like I said, the turkey turned out really good. I was really happy with that. Oh, it's a spice, huh? Interesting. Oh, spice can with a red top. Okay. Yeah, so we got a couple people apparently familiar with that. I'll have to check that out. Thank you for the recommendation. And I think we've been going for our 2 hours now, so I think I'm going to pull the plug on this one. I'm going to try and shoot maybe a cooking video today. I want to do Christmas cookies, and so I'm going to look into that. Got to get some, I got to get some cookie cutters because I don't have any of that. But I do have a rolling pin. I do have, a board that I can roll some cookies out on. So we'll see how that works. May do that, may not do that. I don't know. I'm making this up as I go along. But I think that's all I have for now. So we're going to pull the plug on this. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you next time. Good night.